the injury report here for the Giants versus the Saints here. And like I said, guys, this is gonna take some time. So buckle up. This one's gonna be a long ride coming here because it's like
popcorn.
the Giants 53-man roster. That's basically like the injury report at this point, it feels like. So but we're going to go through a little quick on the Giants stuff here because obviously you guys are more aware of who the Giants players are. Obviously, we'll give you a quick synopsis on who the Saints guys are, since obviously we assume that you guys aren't as familiar with the Saints players. Be a safe assumption. Deonte Banks, our not-so-star cornerback that, needs to be relegated back to CB2. Rib injury. He has not practiced Wednesday or Thursday. Obviously, that is not a good sign for him, being part of the game here coming up here. Jermaine Eluemunor, quad injury. There was a big news with that because him and Evan Neal, who has the hip injury, both did not practice on Wednesday. And Rob seems very startled by this, as you can tell by his freeze frame here. I'm not sure what's going on there, but he did. Those two did not practice on Wednesday. They're both limited in practice though today, so that's good because, listen, we all know we all want the draft pick. I get it. I'm tired of being embarrassed, though. Chris Hubbard and Josh Ezeudu out there as our tackles, guys, would be a guaranteed loss before the ball even gets kicked to start the game. Like, that's how bad that would be. Yep, there we go. I knew we were about to lose Rob. We lose him all the time. He was once lost, but now he's going to be found later on. Don't worry. He was blind, but now he sees. The defensive lineman, Rakeem Nunez-Roches, neck/shoulder, did not practice either today or yesterday. Now, keep in mind, Dexter Lawrence also out. Not good. By the way, DJ Davidson, shoulder injury, limited in practice the last 2 days as well. So, yeah, guys, that is not good at all for the defensive line. At this point, they're about to call me up to see if I can play on Sunday. That's how bad it's getting here. Then we got Bobby Okereke with the back injury, did not practice yesterday or today. Tommy DeVito, limited practice on Wednesday, full participant today with that forearm injury. But we know Dable has already said that Drew Lock will be the starter in the game. But it does sound like, from everything you're seeing there with the progression, things getting better, that Tommy DeVito will probably be available to be the backup in the worst-case scenario there, which is, I guess, something. Bryce Ford-Wheaton, the sophomore wide receiver there, Achilles injury, limited practice on Wednesday, full participant today. And he's a guy that I really want to see him on the field as a wide receiver more before the season's out. Like, we got nothing to lose at this point, guys. Like, Hyatt and Ford-Wheaton should both be out there as much as possible right now for us to get a good idea of what they can do, because there's going to be a lot of changes coming this way, guys, in this offseason. And I don't just mean coach and GM, which you all know I want a new coach, I want a new GM. But with changes at the front office come with a lot of changes also on the roster as well. So linebacker Deontay Johnson, and we talked about him yesterday. He is on the 21-day window to come off the IR. He was limited on Wednesday and a full participant today. So that's a good sign. He's progressing. He's another guy I really want to see on the field there. Jordan Riley, because we don't have enough defensive linemen injured. Knee injury, limited participant yesterday and today. Do we even have anybody on the defensive line healthy? Like, this is going to be bad, guys. Like, you thought our run defense was bad before. Just wait. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm telling you. Like, it's going to be really bad this week. Alvin Kamara would be a great fantasy pickup for anybody who's looking for a running back. I'm just saying, like you make the trade, you know? As I just got a text message from Rob, by the way, something happened with his internet. He should be back on in a minute there. Safety Dane Belton, hip injury, was just today, was limited to practice, was a full participant, wasn't even listed as being injured yesterday. Malik Neighbors, groin injury, limited today. Again, had nothing designation-wise yesterday. And safety Tyler Newman, knee injury, same scenario, no designation yesterday, limited participant today. So I'd imagine those guys just a little sore, and those three should be good to go. But guys, the defensive line, am I right, Drew? Like, that's gonna be like,
dude, it's looking scary. It's like you said, I just want to see competitiveness. I want to see competitive football out there. And with this injury bug we got going around that locker room right now, it does not look good.
It's like the COVID version of an injury bug. Goddamn, it's like everybody's got it. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Like, think about it here. Like, if you just look at who we got on this defensive line, like, we're gonna have like what, Elijah Chapman is like the last healthy guy on the defensive line. Is that where we're down to? Like,
I like Chapman. He's a smaller guy, but I like him. He got some fire to him.
Listen, I like the story because he's an undrafted rookie free agent that happened to make the team. Like, I like the story. It's just for every single guy who's a Victor Cruz, there's 100 people who make the rosters and just never do anything. So I don't have a halo for a guy that's had opportunities in college and everything to show people, and then we're supposed to just magically think he's all of a sudden a good player. Yeah. It just doesn't happen very often. It does happen. It's not impossible. Again, Victor Cruz is the classic example, but it doesn't happen all that often.
No, absolutely.
Saints-wise, guys, we got the tight end / quarterback / running back / everything kind of back. Taysom Hill did not practice yesterday. Today, we already said yesterday he has an ACL tear. So I don't know why they're talking about he didn't practice. Of course, he didn't practice. He got a goddamn ACL tear. He's not going to practice for a while.
He's out. He's done.
I guess we'll have to wait to see what happens tomorrow. I know technology's gotten better with ACL tears, but no one's coming back 2 days later. Like,
yeah, no.
They probably haven't even had surgery yet. They probably haven't. The swelling probably hasn't gone down yet. Cesar Ruiz, the starting right guard, concussion, did not practice Wednesday, limited participant on Thursday. We all know that's a crapshoot with concussions. You never know. It's not up to the team. It's not up to the player. It's up to independent medical staff, as it should be. But it's just, you never know. Guard Nick Saldiveri, which is going to be an interesting thing because he is the main backup guard for them. Knee injury, did not practice on Wednesday or Thursday. So if Ruiz is not able to go, that leaves them with some depth issues there potentially, because when you got a guy who doesn't practice 2 days in a row, it's usually not a good sign for playing. Juwan Johnson, the tight end, who is their tight end position is a little weird with the Saints. There's a couple of guys that pretty much in all the time. So we got a couple of tight ends we will call starters. He is one of them. Foot injury, limited participant yesterday and today. Eric McCoy, the starting center, limited participant yesterday and today. Guys, is it just me, or I would love to have Dexter Lawrence in this game? You're telling me the backup guard is going to be out, the starting guard might be out, and now your starting center is already injured as well. Sign me up for this. Seriously. Like, Dexter Lawrence could have had 2 sacks in this game. Instead, we'll have, Nacho probably get absolutely nothing, and Elijah Chapman get close but not quite get there.
Well, hopefully Shane Bowen will, come up with some blitz packages down the middle or something.
Listen, you could try to blitz all you want. When you got no defensive line, it's going to be
yeah,
I'm just saying,
maybe McFadden could get in there somehow.
And no Okereke, probably even with that injury too. We'll see, but not practicing again back-to-back days is not good. Wide receiver Bub Means, which is, by the way, one of the coolest names in the NFL. Like, could you imagine Bub Means? Like, what is your name? Bub Means. No, what's your real name? Bub Means. So, really, that's my name. Like, the guy walks around handing people his driver's license to prove it, probably. Ankle injury, limited participant yesterday, did not practice today. Now, he has not played since October 27th. He's also a backup receiver that gets like 1 or 2 catches a game, if that. So, not a huge loss for them per se. They're used to not having him. And even when he is there, he's, bottom end of the depth chart kind of guy. Tight end Foster Moreau, another guy who's listed as a starting tight end. Again, just the weird system they have where they use multiple tight ends on such a regular basis. Shoulder injury, limited participant both yesterday and today. Guard Lucas Patrick, who's their starting left guard. So the starting center and both starting guards are going to be gone. And goddamn it, Dexter Lawrence is injured.
No,
oh my gosh. Calf injury, limited participant yesterday and today. Then we have a guy whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce here, guys. I'm telling you right now. Like, I'm not trying to be rude about it. Like, I don't want to mispronounce people's last names. I'm going to attempt it, I guess. Tona Capasagon. I'm probably mispronouncing the hell out of that, guys. Backup defensive lineman, Achilles, full participant yesterday and today. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. Well, of course, the Honey Badger don't care. Forearm injury. Obviously, he's starting safety in the league still. Full participant yesterday and today. Kendre Miller, the TCU running back that was a 3rd-round pick just last year, but hasn't done much so far in this league, is got the hamstring issue, full participant both yesterday and today. Again, another guy who has not played since the 27th of October. And here we go. We got to fix this now because guess who's back? Back again.
Robbie's back.
Don't tell anybody because they'll stop.
Fix the internet. Fix the internet.
And we got Pete Werner. They're still one of their starting linebackers. He's their will linebacker, hand injury, full participant both yesterday and today. So the big thing is, guys, is that you got basically the entire interior offensive line for the Saints is going to be out or injured. The entire defensive line, talking not obviously edge rushers, but we're talking, the 3, 4, 5 technique guys. Yeah. Those guys are basically all injured as well. Like, this is going to be a sloppy game. Let's be very frank about that right off the bat. Like, you don't expect the Giants and the Saints to be the epitome of NFL football by any shape of the imagination. But when you have the lines of scrimmage that jacked up, that's not going to be pretty, guys, to watch.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So I will say this, though. At least it seems like some of these starters are going to play for the Saints on that line. They're just not going to be 100%. And we already know Dexter Lawrence is out, and we already know that besides Dexter Lawrence, our defensive line sucks.
Yep.
So, yeah. Like I said, again, guys, if you have the chance to trade for Alvin Kamara this week, it'd be a spectacular week to do that. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. I'm serious. I would not be shocked if he has 150, 200 total yards against us. Like, I think it's going to be that bad. I really do.
That's definitely possible.
The gauntlet of running backs that we're about to go against there. Like, absolutely insane not to have Dexter Lawrence right now. So think about this. We got Alvin Kamara this week. We got next week we go against the Ravens. So we have their great running back there who just keeps surprising people. Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
I know.
Yeah.
Somebody got offended that I said that on one time. Like, you can't call him a running back. I'm sorry. He plays like a running back that throws occasionally. It's a different system. Yeah, I'm going to call him that. And it's not even a diss necessarily. The guy runs the ball very well. Like, he's a 1,000-yard rusher in this league. He's got a better running career than half the running backs that get in this league, if not more. That alone is a really scary back-to-back there. But then you go to the Falcons, game I will be at, by the way. That's official. Bijan Robinson, obviously. Tyler Algier, a really two-headed monster. People forget about how good Tyler Algier could be. If he was on any other team but the Falcons, was a starting back, I'm telling you, he'd be a consistent, 1,000-yard rusher in this league still. Then you go to the Colts, Jonathan Taylor. Then you go to the Eagles, assuming they play Barkley. Goddamn, we're about to go through a gauntlet of freaking running back. Like, that's ridiculous. That's as bad as a gauntlet we have with receivers to start the year. Like, that's insane. And to have almost every single defensive lineman injured, and to have, Dexter Lawrence out for the year no matter what, we know he's not going to play. Like I said, guys, that first overall pick is looking mighty good right about now.
It definitely is, because at this point,
like,
I can't see us. I can't see us not finishing the season with 2 wins.
No, I mean that's honestly,
it's almost inevitable at this point.
Maybe we sneak out one somewhere and get a third win, but I can't see anything beyond that. I really can't. And the fun thing is for us as Giants fans is that the Jaguars and the Raiders play each other.
That's the best thing that can happen to us. Thank God for
one of them has to win. And the Jaguars, we'll get into the picks in a minute, are playing the Titans this week.
Yes.
So whenever you're playing the Titans, you have a chance to win. Yes. Even the Giants would have a chance to win against them. All you have to do is pour a little mayonnaise on the sideline, distract Will Levis, and you're good to go.
Next to the Dunkin' Donuts coffee station.
Yes. So for us Giants fans, we need the Jaguars to beat the Titans, and then we need the Raiders to beat the Jaguars.
Yes.
And us to stay at 2 wins. It's going
to be interesting to see Mac Jones again. Mac Jones is the quarterback the rest of this year now.
Yeah.
With Trevor Lawrence for a little bit. Yeah. That's going to be interesting. So,
if you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm
begging you. Please subscribe.